Face ID system will be reason for initial short supply, says Kuo. The long-awaited iPhone X is official, with the firm unveiling the 10th anniversary device at its much-hyped Apple event on Tuesday. The iPhone X, pronounced iPhone X, is the company's first smartphone to feature a full-screen display, as it sets its sights on the likes of the Galaxy Note 8. There's also an all-new Super Retina resolution, a reinforced glass design and support for wireless charging, with the iPhone X arriving with support for the Qi charging standard. See also iPhone 8 release date, price and specs. We've rounded up everything we know about the iPhone X below, and will update this article as soon as we hear more. Release date is expected. The iPhone X won't be released at the same time as the new iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus, which will start shipping on the 22nd of September. Instead, Apple has announced that iPhone X pre-orders will begin on the 27th of October, with shipping to begin the 3rd of November. Price: the iPhone X will be made available in 64GB and 256GB configurations, which will fetch £999 and £1,149 in the UK, respectively. Pricing in the US starts at $999. Apple will also make the handset available through its iPhone Upgrade program, with monthly payments starting at £56.45. Naturally, Carphone Warehouse has been quick to announce that it will be stocking the 3 new iPhones, and pre-registration has kicked off for the iPhone X. It has also started taking pre-orders for the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. It will be selling the iPhone X, iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus, and has been quick to launch a registration page for interested customers. It will also be the only UK network to offer the Apple Watch 3. O2 will be ranging both the iPhone 8 and iPhone X when pre-orders begin on the 15th of September and the 27th of October, respectively. UK operator 3 has been quick to announce that it will offer all 3 new iPhones but has yet to cough on pricing details. Vodafone has confirmed that it will offer the iPhone X, as well as both the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. Interested customers can register their interest here. Virgin Mobile has confirmed that it will be selling the iPhone X, as well as Apple's iPhone 8 and 8 Plus handsets. Specs: 5.8 inches Super Retina 2436 by 1125 OLED Edge-to-Edge display, new all-glass design with IP67 certification, 143.6 x 79 by 7.7 mm, 179 grams wireless charging support, Apple A11 chip with Apple design GPU, Face ID, iOS 11 with improved Siri, P2P payments, vertical 12MP dual cameras with OIS 7MP front-facing camera, support for LTE speeds up to 450 megabits per second, wireless charging, fast charging support, battery life quoted at 21 hours of talk time, 64GB 256GB storage. Latest news: 29,917 Apple's truedepth camera system, used for face recognition on the iPhone X, could be holding up production. So says respected analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, who notes that the complex system is the reason Apple is struggling to achieve mass production, and likely the reason the device will be in short supply until next year. Kuo said, via MacRumors, truedepth camera may be main production bottleneck of iPhone X ramp. The 3D sensing truedepth camera on iPhone X is composed of a structured light system, time-of-flight system and a front-facing camera, which represents a far more complex structure than those of rivals. It will, therefore, be harder to achieve mass production. While we project iPhone X will see output ramp up meaningfully in mid-late October, tight supply may only start to ease in 1H18F due to strong demand. 26,917 Apple's Tim Horton, a member of the firm's WebKit team, has urged web developers to embrace the iPhone XS unusual notch cutout. In a post on Friday, he insists that content is automatically inset within the display-safe area so it is not obscured by the rounded corners, and has offered up tips on how to properly build websites for the iPhone X to ensure that content isn't be obscured by the sensor housing, home indicator, or rounded corners. 25,917 Apple's iPhone X might not be able to support gigabit LTE, according to reports. While a teardown of the iPhone 8 revealed a Qualcomm X16 modem with gigabit LTE support, Apple has also made some units with an Intel modem that ISNT equipped to support the super-fast speeds. 21,917. The iPhone X could face further delays, according to Raymond James chip analyst Christopher Caso. He writes the production of the handset likely hasn't yet begun, and notes that it could be hit by further production delays. Caso said, while our checks are ongoing, initial feedback from our meetings suggests that final production of iPhone X has not yet begun, with production expected to commence in mid-October. That production start is about a month later when compared to expectations a month ago, and about 2 months later than expectations at the end of June. 20,917. While many have bemoaned the iPhone XS £999 price tag, Apple CEO Tim Cook has said that it's a value price based on the technology inside the phone. Speaking on Good Morning America this week, Cook said most people are now paying for phones over long periods of time, and so very few people will pay the price tag of the phone initially. Also, most people actually trade in their current phone, and so that reduces the price further, and some carriers even throw in subsidies and discounts. 19,917 KGI analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has said that Apple likely won't be able to meet demand for the iPhone X until next year, with supply set to be limited in 2017. In a note seen by MacRumors, Kuo said due to supply constraints, we expect market demand won't be fully met before 1H18. We revised down our forecast for 2017 iPhone X shipments from 4,550 million to around 40 million units, but we, therefore, revise up our 2018 iPhone X shipment estimate to 8,090 million units. 18,917. Apple's A11 Bionic chip has been put through its paces in Geekbench 4, and has crushed the likes of the Galaxy Note 8, Galaxy S8 and OnePlus 5. The iPhone XS multi-core score came in at 10,069, trumping the Exynos 8995 powered Note 8, which scored 6,784, and two benchmarking scored have also leaked, and show the iPhone X with a combined score of 226,058, more than 45,000 points ahead of the closest Android competitor. 15,917. Apple's Face ID technology will support just one registered face per device, TechCrunch reports. This could be an issue for some that have the fingerprints of the partner or kids registered on their current iPhone, with devices currently supporting up to 5 fingerprints per device. 14,917. Apple has spoken out about the Face ID fail below it suffered on Tuesday and has blamed the glitch on a lockout mechanism which was triggered by clumsy staff handling the device. A company spokesperson told Yahoo people were handling the device for the stage demo ahead of time and didn't realize Face ID was trying to authenticate the face. After failing a number of times, because they weren't Craig Federighi, the iPhone did what it was designed to do, which was to require his passcode. 12,917. The iPhone X is official and is Apple's first smartphone to pack an Edge-to Edge screen, but unfortunately, rumors of the notch cut out at the top of the screen were also on the money. The handset's so-called Super Retina OLED display measures in at 5.8 and features a 2436 by 1125 resolution, making it the highest resolution iPhone to date. It also features Apple's True Tone display tech and, much like the new Apple TV, supports both HDR10 and Dolby Vision content. This screen sits inside a new all-glass chassis, similar to that seen on the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. While you'll probably have to put it in a case to prevent shattering, Apple claims this is the most durable glass to feature on a smartphone yet. There's also the same A11 Bionic processor under the hood. This 6-core CPU is divided into 2 low-performance cores and 4 high-performance cores, with the regular cores being 25% faster than the previous A10 chip, and the high-performance cores being up to 75% faster than the A10 SoC. It also comes paired with Apple's first homegrown GPU, which offers 30% more performance than the A10. Naturally, given the phone's all-screen front, there's no physical home button. This means that Apple, as expected, has dumped Touch ID functionality, replacing it with Face ID face recognition technology. Related, the pricing of the iPhone X is a threat to the mobile industry. This is enabled by a bunch of sensors on the front of the phone, including a 7MP truedepth camera and the A11 chip's built-in neural engine, and Apple claims that it'll work even in dark conditions and if you change your appearance. It's pretty secure too, according to the firm, which claims that there's a 1 in a million chance of somebody spoofing your face. Apple has also introduced a new swiping up gesture to go home on the iPhone, which is also used for multitasking on the iPhone X. The lock button on the side of the handset can now be used to fire up Siri, as expected. On the rear of the iPhone sits a vertically aligned 1.2MP dual camera, comprising of dual telephoto and wide-angle lenses. There's also a new portrait lighting mode for taking selfies, and optical image stabilization built in. Wireless charging is included, with the iPhone X supporting the same Qi wireless charging standard as the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus, which means customers will be able to use third-party charging accessories. Apple gave a sneak peek at, naturally, its own AirPower wireless charging mat, which will be coming next year. There's also been a boost to battery life, with Apple claiming 2 hours more battery life than the iPhone 7 before it. Oh, yeah, and there's an emoji. What a time to be alive. The iPhone X, or 10, whatever, will be available in space gray and silver. Older news and rumors. 12,817 kg's Ming-Chi Kuo has confirmed via 9to5Mac that the so-called iPhone X, along with the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus, will support wireless inductive charging standards, which means that customers will be able to use third-party chargers to take advantage of the feature. She also notes that Apple's own wireless charging accessory won't be ready at launch. He has added weight to this rumor, having today launched a new wireless charging bundle that allows customers to add a Qi charger to the plan. 12,817 Apple has added a new mail-in option to its iPhone upgrade program for US punters. Spotted by Mac Rumors, the new option will enable those upgrading to an iPhone 8 to mail their old smartphone to Apple using the firm's trade-in kit, negating the need to visit a physical Apple store. 11,917 in what's calling one of the biggest leaks of all time. Apple has leaked the Golden Master GM version of iOS 11. The information was made available by an Apple employee, according to blogger John Gruber. The leak, according to 9to5Mac, reveals that the firm's new flagship smartphone will arrive as the iPhone X and will launch alongside the iPhone 8 and iPhone 8 Plus. Besides the name of Apple's 10th anniversary iPhone, the iOS 11 leak also confirms that facial recognition, dubbed Face ID, support is coming below, which is expected to replace the Touch ID on the so-called iPhone X. Other new features outed in the leak include animated emoji or Animoji support, a portrait lighting mode for taking better selfies, True Tone display, and a rejigged lock button that will allow users to interact with Apple Pay and Siri in the absence of a physical home button. References to new Apple AirPods and a T-equipped Apple Watch have also cropped up in this mammoth leak. 8917 The Wall Street Journal paywalled reports that glitches in the manufacturing of the iPhone 8 could lead to supply shortages and delays in shipping following the smartphone's unveiling next week. The production glitches reportedly delayed the manufacturing process by about a month, sources familiar with the matter told the newspaper. 7,917 German website Meisterkauf claims that pre-orders iPhone 8 pre-orders will kick off on the 15th of September, adding weight to a previous leak courtesy of iVleaks. According to earlier rumors, the handset will arrive on shelves a week later on the 22nd of September. 6,917 A shaky video via Reddit allegedly shows off a functional iPhone 8 just days before its official unveiling. The dark, blurry clip doesn't give much away, but does appear to confirm that the handset will sport a bezel-less display with an ugly notch cut out at the top of the screen. Some are speculating that the video is a fake, and, fingers crossed. 5,917 Prolific tipster Benjamin Gascon has tweeted alleged pricing details for the iPhone 8. He claims that the entry-level 64GB model will fetch $999, around £775, while 256GB and 512GB variants will fetch $1,099, £850, and $1,119, £930, respectively. This matches up with previous speculation that this year's iPhone will be Apple's most expensive to date and the first to pass the $1,000 mark. 4,917. Adding weight. The rumors that Apple will ditch the traditional home button on the iPhone 8. Developer Guillaume Rambo claims that users will instead be able to activate Siri by holding the smartphone's power button. I did find a gesture to invoke Siri by holding the lock button. Guillaume Rambo @_inside September 2, 2017. 4,917. Notorious Twitter tipster Evan Blass has tweeted that the iPhone 8 likely will arrive as the iPhone X. Blass has also said that, following its unveiling on the 12th of September, the so-called iPhone 8 will be available to pre-order from the 15th of September, and will start shipping on the 22nd. FWIW. I've also heard iPhone X, though not 8 Plus, for the JV squad, as well as 915 pre-orders and 922 release ship date. Evan Blass at EvLeaks September 2, 2017. 290,817. Japanese electronics site Makotakara claims that the iPhone 8 will finally offer wireless charging, but that Apple is planning a proprietary twist on the Qi standard to ensure that only Apple-approved charging pads can be used with its devices. What's more, the site suggests that Apple will restrict its wireless charging to just 7.5 W, half the wattage supported by the Qi standard. That'll mean that Apple devices will charge much more slowly, half as quickly to be precise. It should also come with a beefier battery around 2,700 mAh or more, according to reports. 25,817. Got a spare grand knocking about because that's what the iPhone 8 might cost, according to the New York Times. It's not a new rumor, but given how close we are to launch, it makes it firmer. This will be a premium model, it reports, but it isn't entirely clear what the extra cash actually buys. That grand, incidentally, is in dollars, and $999 to be precise, which in Her Majesty's pounds sterling will probably equate to £999 or thereabouts Inc. VAT. 24,817. Apple will unveil the iPhone 8 on the 12th of September, according to Mac Forever, which allegedly received confirmation from telecoms companies. Separately, a post on Weibo claims that the smartphone will be made available in a new 512GB capacity option, with all models set to pack 3GB RAM. 23,817. According to the Korea Herald, the iPhone 8's much-rumored facial recognition system will be the handset's crown jewel. The report claims that the tech will work in just a few hundred milliseconds and that it will replace Apple's Touch ID sensor. The Korea Herald adds that adding 3D sensors will be adopted for the front and rear of the device to realize AR applications, which integrate 3D virtual images with users' environment in real time. 22,817. A new leak via /leaks has shown off a number of alleged iPhone 8 parts, including its flex cable for power transfer, some of its internal components and its display assembly below, which seems to confirm reports of a full screen design with a notch at the top to accommodate the phone's front camera and earpiece. 21,817. John Gruber has taken to Twitter to claim that the iPhone 8's much-rumored wireless charging feature will require an additional accessory in order to work, while images on Chinese social media confirm that Apple is working on a wireless charging pad to launch alongside the iPhone 8. However, Gruber claims that the feature might not be available to launch, noting that it could instead arrive with iOS 11.1. I've heard that inductive charging will be sold separately, and B might be late, waiting for iOS 11.1 a portrait mode last year. https://t.com65 Dumkeej. John Gruber at Gruber. July 8, 2017. 17,817. In the strangest update you'll probably see on this list, fast food chain McDonald's appears to have leaked the iPhone 8's full-screen design. In marketing for its My Macos app below, sent ad to Nugget fans in Australia, McDonald's includes an image of an iPhone with an edge-to-edge display, complete with a much-licked notch at the top of the screen, which will reportedly house iPhone 8's earpiece, front-facing camera and sensors. At Trevor Longso at Macos are using iPhone 8 images in the marketing for My Macos app. pic.twitter.com's 3jftedbway. Bishiuard Bonadal. August 17, 2017. 17,817. Yet another rumor has claimed that Apple will ban Touch ID on the iPhone 8 in favor of face recognition. Mehdi Hosseini of Susquehanna Financial Group told Barron's that Apple has decided to ditch its planned fingerprint sensor under the glass of the screen, because of problems with its controller chip. 15,817. A shaky video below has surfaced showing what looks like the iPhone 8 being assembled in a Foxconn plant. The 10-second clip doesn't give much away but does appear to confirm that the handset's rear shell will house a vertical dual-camera setup. 14,817. The copper-colored iPhone 8 above will reportedly launch as a new blush gold variant, according to a post on Weibo via a so-called Foxconn insider, and will replace Apple's current rose gold offering. The same post claims that this new model will be available with only 64 GB or 128 GB built-in storage. Next, older news firm Let's Off Steam says spamming cloned games will not be tolerated. Thumbs. The 27th of September 2017 business will use its own revenue to bid for ad slots, according to reports Friction. The 27th of September 2017 Toshiba looks to get deal wrapped up as soon as possible. Hardware. The 27th of September 2017 but you still don't want to drop one.